Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Kitty and I'm here to give you the tools you need to be a consistent, efficient conscious manifestor. In this video, I want to talk about not standing in the way of your manifestations. And it seems like such a common sense topic that it would be pointless to even cover it. Obviously, if you want to manifest something, you're gonna let it manifest, right? Why would you try to stop it? There are a couple of different ways that you can stand in the way of your manifestations. The first one that I'm going to talk about is kind of pretty much my own personal experience when I was manifesting. Some people can fear change or be very resistant to change, and that is something that I experienced in my personal life. Not very long ago, I was in a situation where I wanted absolutely every aspect of my life to be different. I was unhappy with where I was. I wanted to be somewhere else. And I was manifesting, I was visualizing, affirming, scripting, listening to subliminals, absolutely everything possible in order to manifest the dream life that I wanted. But there was a slight problem with that. And it was that I was successful. In many ways, I was very successful, and things would start to move in the 3D reality. They were pointing me towards success. I would be going full speed ahead, and then suddenly I would slam my foot down on the brakes because everything just looked so strange and so unfamiliar, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep driving down this road because I wouldn't know what was down there. I don't know the condition of the road. I don't know if there's going to be any turns. And I would start to panic at the changes that I was seeing in my life. I pulled back, and I still wanted the end result, and I was still attempting to manifest the end result, but I was trying so hard to control the journey there because I wanted to know what was going to happen every step along the way, because I didn't want the single tiniest little bit of discomfort to come along and throw me off at all. And even though where I currently was so deeply unhappy there, but not knowing what was around each little bend frightened me so much that I managed to convince myself that it's better to be in a place where you know what's coming for you. Even if it sucks so hard you can't even stand it, at least you know it's familiar, as opposed to the unfamiliar, which might actually be better, but it not knowing what is coming up is really scary. And it wasn't until I learned to let go and let my manifestations happen the way they needed to happen. That's when my manifestations came to me. And some parts of it were really scary, and a couple of parts were a little unpleasant. But because I knew that my life was heading in the way that I had been visualizing and scripting for so long, because I knew that I was going towards the end result, it was a lot easier to trust the process. And the process of manifestation, what some people call the bridge of incidents, is simply what needs to fall into place in the world around you in order to get you to your end result. Okay? Now, it is absolutely possible to manifest instantly. It is absolutely possible to decide that you will go to bed and wake up in the reality of your choosing. But the limitation is your mind and everything that you have been taught and learned about the world around you. It is very hard to believe that you will close your eyes at night, and when you open them in the morning, you will be in a brand new mansion with 2 Lamborghinis parked outside. If that's not the where you fell asleep last night. It is possible to do that, but to make the leap to believing that you can do it it's past my ability at this moment in time, and that's probably past a lot of people's ability at this moment in time, because it's not enough to hope or wish or dream that you wake up in that mansion in the morning. You have to sincerely and honestly believe it. Or desired appearance, desired body. It is absolutely possible to close your eyes at night and then open your eyes and your appearance has completely changed. But our minds would take so much convincing to believe that that could happen, that it's a lot easier to accept that the manifestation is happening if it happens in small increments that are believable to us. And that's why sometimes the reality, the 3D around you, takes a while to conform itself to your manifestation. It's not because you're not manifesting right. It's because this is what your brain understands about the way reality works. So the 3D is following those rules because those are the rules that your mind has set. And your mind has set those rules because that is what you've been taught your entire life, because that's what your parents were taught their entire life, and that's what their parents were taught their entire life. So what I'm saying is you cannot let the fear of the unknown stop you from fully embracing your manifestation as it starts to arrive. Another thing that people do is they get frustrated when it looks like it's not coming. And they affirm, visualize, and then look around. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? And then when it's not here the next day, just go, oh, manifestation is garbage. I can't manifest. Other people can manifest. I can't do it. Or anything like that. It ties into what I was just saying before about things having to happen in the meantime, the way that your mind can understand they can happen. You could close your eyes tonight in a single bed by yourself and open them tomorrow morning in a double bed with your specific person, if you sincerely and truly believe that that's possible. But for the rest of us, we need to maybe meet our specific person, maybe go on a date with our specific person. Maybe our specific person has a third party that they need to break up with first. The universe has to engineer things so that the two of you are in the same place at the same time at some point. And you have to let that happen. Now, the alternative is trying to convince yourself that things can happen instantaneously. But I think focusing on the end result and letting the universe, letting the 3D take care of the details of how that happens can be way easier and way more efficient. So that's another mistake not to fall into, not allowing enough time to happen or giving up when you don't see events unfolding right away. This also applies to another mistake that people make, and that is putting significance in signs. Is this a sign? 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 I saw this number today. Is that a sign? I saw a car of a certain color today. Is that a sign? Should I ask the universe for a sign? I asked the universe for a sign, but I haven't seen it yet. Does that mean my manifestation isn't coming? Getting caught up in signs takes you away from focusing on your manifestation. Signs, they can matter or they cannot matter. It depends on the significance that you give to them, because remember, this is your reality, you're in charge. But why put all of your energy into looking for specific number patterns to tell you that you're on the right track, when you can tell yourself you're on the right track because you are the one with all the power here and you're in charge? You could be devoting that energy to your manifestation rather than trying to make sure that you see a pink car on your way to work, and that will tell you that your manifestation is on the way. I myself used to be really big into signs. I'd say, tell me, I want to see a certain pink flower. I want to see a brown car. I want to see a certain word. I want to see a picture of a butterfly. And it works. And if you say that you want to see those things, you will see those things because you are creating your reality with your thoughts. But is that really what you want to use your energy towards doing, or do you want to use your energy towards getting your mansion, your specific person, your perfect job, your $1 million, whatever? I hope you've learned a little bit about things to avoid when you are manifesting, that keep your manifestation away. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be very grateful if you gave it a thumbs up so that I know I'm on the right track. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe so that you will be sure to see future videos. Very proud to be a part of your manifestation journey. And remember, whatever it is that you want to manifest, it's all in your mind.